Hello there guys and welcome back with another Alliance War video. This time New Nation is taking up Chaos, and I actually do have quite an eventful war. We're gonna see how I do. This is one war behind, so very shortly, tomorrow probably, I'll be uploading another war video. But for this war, I am taking in a rank 3 Silk, rank 2 Moleman, and 6-star rank 5 Ascended Onslaught. I must say that this season Moleman has been putting in work, so definitely shout out to the little guy. Even though Kabam did him dirty, he's still managing to put in some work here and there, so I'm very, very happy about him. So, I am going to be starting here. And I do have quite a lot of fights, including several mini-boss fights as well. So first, in Section 1, I'm doing Path 8. Nothing too crazy. Path 8 is, for most part, I think, kind of a filler path. Obviously, Path 7 and especially 9 is way more dangerous. And then in the middle is probably where you get the hardest path in Path 4 and 5. This one is, and we're dealing with Mr. Fantastic, so obviously tons of evade. However, Moleman starts with true accuracy, passive active on him, and once he gets his clarity charge on, then there's no issue at all whatsoever. So the trick of this fight is just do not enter frenzy too early and rely on your clarity charges later on to carry you through the rest of the fight. So that's exactly going to be the strategy here pretty much. I am just going to be fighting normally. 7-star rank 2 Moleman, obviously Recall Mastery is on, has quite a bit of damage already. I have my Clarity Charge active here, and I can just go for level 2 at any point to finish this fight out, and that's exactly what I do. That was a heavy hit in the block though. I was quite surprised about the amount of damage that did, but fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, I'm going up against Sasquatch. I still will leave the Recall Mastery on because with the changes, even if you are boosted, it's not like a major, massive detriment to have them on, basically. I will add Indestructible 3 boost just to be safe here. And this is, again, one big Sassy, but then again, this is one big Silk. So here I'm just going to get him in the corner, and then I'm going to bait out like one special and then start nuking him down. Obviously, Silk is absolute nuke. With her evade and special attacks, I'm not afraid to go for some dashback intercepts, even if opponent does have a bar of power. And now we're just going to go for the kill, basically. But here I did make a mistake. I should have went into the relic. It wasn't quite ready. I should have just went, a bit further in and then finished out the fight. But here we can see that I'm already applying plenty of the debuffs. I could have went there for the heavy attack with the relic, being, well, relic pseudo-stunning him. But still, a very easy, quick, and painless finish for this fight. Now, all of the fights in this war are not going to be quite as smooth. This next one isn't going to be that big of an issue because it's Spider-Ham. Again, we do have pretty much a picture-perfect counter here in Moleman. And even though Spider-Ham is a tactic champion, will try to evade an auto-block like crazy. Obviously, Moleman can handle this exactly in pretty much the same manner here. Put on the Recall Masteries, he shrugs off the debuffs, has 2 counterpunch charges, and I can easily use that to find my openings at any point that I want. With Recall Masteries doing plenty of damage, we can see that auto block and everything else gets failed. And even as the shock phase is on, obviously Moleman is shock immune as well. But then when we're going to go into the bleed phase, whilst I'm not in the frenzy, the bleeds do get shrugged off, and by the time I do enter the frenzy, then the fight's going to be very easy and straightforward to close out for me as well. So here I'm going to go for another level 1. That's going to put me at 19 charges. I'm just about ready to go into the frenzy. And the pig is at 30-some%. And I do have a tone debuff on me, which is fine. I shouldn't have probably even heavy there, but no worries. Couple hits, crits, done deal. And yeah, Moleman putting in work. Next up, Killmonger. And here we do have the one-eyed open node, so I do need to be careful not to stun that Killmonger. For most part, Onslaught is pretty much a perfect matchup here because Bleed and Shock, both whom he is resistant to, will, also let me generate more Neuroshocks on the Onslaught itself. And then, because of most of his attacks being non-contact, or a lot of his attacks being non-contact, don't even really need to pay attention to the reverb. And here we can see exactly how it works. I'm just betting out the heavy attacks. He's got reverb, but that's fine. I dropped the level 2. Probably shouldn't have rushed in my level 2 as much here, but I can punish his level 2 with my heavy attack, thus pausing the degens. The degens are ticking away and putting in work. And I just keep, baiting out heavies, punishing it with my own heavy, keep everything nice and paused, chain it into the level 1. Now again, the 13 degens are putting in a ton more work, and very easy and straightforward fight here. Not much drama, so to speak. Then I do move on to the minibus islands and just double check my assignments. And first things first, I do need to deal with this Bullseye. And this fight isn't going to be going necessarily as smooth. Now, perhaps here I should have taken off the recall masteries, because obviously even though Onslaught is bleed resistant, I'm still going to be taking the poison damage here. But I thought that increased amount of damage will help me get out of this fight quicker. And so I kind of weighed it out. And I think, again, with changes to the recall mastery, it is not as detrimental to be running them when boosted. And I decided to go in with the recall masteries. I knew that I'm going to be taking them off later on anyways, but I, again, thought that increase in damage here for Onslaught could be exactly what I need. And unfortunately, you can see that here, the dude had a lot of damage. And here I make a mistake. That was a rough mistake that really kind of bummed me out here a bit. It was a very, very stupid mistake as well, because once he shrugs off stun debuffs, he doesn't shrug off passive stuns. And after that, I'm going to appear. And here my health bar is looking extremely unhealthy. But I am closing into that level 2 with 21 Neuroshocks on. I just need to be super careful. And I go for my special here, and that absolutely nukes it. And I finish the fight out with 11%. And that was a dodgy fight. Not gonna lie. That was a dodgy fight because of that stupid mistake, and those level 1s and blocks hurt a lot. When you're using 6-star rank 5, even Ascended against 7-star rank 3s, there is not a lot of room for error. There just isn't. But still managed, still didn't die. That's the only thing that counts. Right, so now again, I'm just double checking my mini boss assignments and whether I'm going to need to use Onslaught again or not. Unfortunately, well, but before that, I need to deal with this Quicksilver. We're going to be using Mole Man for this. Mole Man's like very, very good option here to fight that Quicksilver as well. And the most important thing is to be fairly comfortable with his special 1 here. And other than that, again, we're going to be using the same strategy of not entering my Frenzy too early to use that passive true accuracy buff. And then just basically ramp myself up, get those clarity buffs going for me. And since he has Power Focus 2, about 2 bars of power, he's filling his power meter very, very slowly. So I went for the level 2, even though he had 2 bars of power. And now I just go for an absolute nuke here. So this Quicksilver got absolutely rinsed by that Mole Man. Next up is the fight that I just hate. In Alliance War especially, I hate fighting Werewolf by Night. I really, really do. I think I have died to him like 3 times over the course of like this and past season. And that's to do with the AI, man. The AI can absolutely shred you. And it's kind of the same thing here. Now, I will make some mistakes here, but AI just makes it so much worse to do this fight. And this is, as it ended up being quite expensive for me. Now, here, I also get my defensive ability accuracy reduced for each debuff on me, which is why I can't really rely on parries here, making it hard. So here I punish his level 1, which is sweet. Now he gets both Raptures here. And here I make a slight error. I activate my level 2 a bit too early. I could have gotten more than the 15 degens on, but that's fine. I end up with 19 over the course of special, but here I end up eating big part of level 1, getting Raptures on me, and therefore my health is just leaking away. And because he threw that special there immediately, I also lost my degens, so my damage output is compromised. And here, because he managed to howl, he went unstoppable. So this is already looking very sus. Definitely very, very, very sus. So I do need to pay a very good attention to the debuffs. And here he baited me so hard on the level 1. Because again, you can't really let him howl because then he goes unstoppable. And I hate it. Like, I was waiting for him to dash in at me and do something. But no. And then he lured me in there and he did the special interception. I just this is like one of those things that I had the most ridiculous AI today in stream in Battlegrounds as well, to the point where it just feels not fun to play the game. And this is fine. I didn't play great before that, and had that been the only mistake that I made, probably would have been fine. But as I said before, you have very little room for error with 6 stars against 7 stars. And then on top of it all, the AI sometimes makes this game just so unenjoyable. One has definitely overtuned AI and stubbornly refusing to admit it. That's exactly what has happened. And now we have 15 degens back up on that werewolf, and only thing I want to do is just keep them paused and then get to my level 1 to finish off what I started. He's basically taking all the damage in the world here, and that's fine. That was all that I needed. That was literally all that I needed. And that is end of my war. So unfortunately, it did die here. But we did end up winning the war, which is main thing. So we're back in the win column. And now we have a very, very tight, very, very close war with next. So that is going to make for an absolutely interesting video, especially because in the next war, I actually bring in Maestro for attack. Additionally, my officer kind of tries to kill me, but that's fine. That's story for a different day. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed the war video, and I'm going to catch you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next